The oldest is 15, who is Dorian, and Dorian is about 6'2". He wears a 13.5 shoe. He's very athletic, and we're proud about that. He plays basketball, he plays football, he plays volleyball. He goes to a private school, and we're real proud. He kind of takes after the grandpa here, me, David Peele, and because I was very athletic in my younger days and still active. In fact, Dorian and I have played basketball together. And also, my other grandkids, I have Tyra, who's next. She's 12, and Tyra is very, very good in school. She's an honor student. Well, all the kids are honor students, and also she's very active with dancing, which we're much a part of. Also, she plays basketball for her school. She's also doing ballet.
Right. Would you say that's credit to grandma or to grandpa?
I think more to the grandma, because grandma is definitely more smarter than grandpa here, you know. But it's just great with that. And then also we have the next in line would be Makia. Makia is 9, and she is very, very smart in school. She's an A honor roll student, you know, and she goes to Tomoe Elementary, and she is very, very good in school, and we're trying to get her to come around more with the dancing with us a little bit, just little by little. Then the next we have is Kai Michael. Kai Michael is 5, and he goes to LBJ Elementary, and this is his first year in school, you know, before he was going to kind of like a preschool thing, and he's doing very well in school. Again, he takes after my wife here and his mom and Papa, and he's very, very handsome and also very, very smart in school. They're all beautiful kids, right?
How is the relationship between having children different from the relationship with grandchildren? And we can go back and forth, or whoever wants to.
Okay. Well, on my side, I'm retired military. Well, I retired in 91, so it's been a while now. But I was more harder, I think, on my 2 girls, which was Kathy and Michelle. Kathy was the oldest, Michelle was the youngest, and more stricter with them than I am with the grandkids. With the grandkids, it seems like I kind of melt a little bit more with them, and they kind of get their way, a little bit more spoiled, not only from me, but also from my wife, you know. And we're a little bit more easygoing with them, so they have an easier time with us. Not that we wasn't nice to our regular kids, but we noticed that we're a lot more softer in our grandparent years than we are when we were as parents to our other kids.
How about you, Grandma?
Yes,
how is your relationship different with your children from your grandchildren?
We are. I know they are very lucky and very spoiled, and so kind of nice to have, and we are like always. We can do together more than I guess. Now, like we go shopping together with my granddaughter, and now I.
You mentioned earlier you're able to do more activities now with your.
Oh yes.
Yeah, that's true, and for both of us, and I think that's what a lot of parents out here and grandparents is that as parents coming up, we were more concerned with our careers and studying hard to try to get promoted and to get higher positions. And it isn't that we ignored our kids, it's just that we didn't spend the time, I think, like we have right now that we can spend with our grandkids, and I think that's the big difference.
Yeah. And what do you love the most about being a grandparent? Definitely, I want Mrs. Peele to talk about, about the age factor. This is the compliments that you get that they can't even believe you're a grandparent. So,
yes.
So, what do you love the most about being a grandparent?
Yeah.
Or some highlights?
Yeah, so nice. I'm going to be 60 this year, but people think I'm their auntie or mom. So that's a very compliment for me, and. Yeah.
Right, and I'll be 63 next month, September, and at least, a lot of the kids, their friends and stuff, look at me and they think, oh, there's your dad. I says, no, I'm not their dad, I'm their grandfather. So it is kind of very, very nice for both of us, especially my wife. I'm very, very proud of her anyway, and she just looks really good, so that's the bottom line.
She could be your baby, huh?
Yes, right. Okay, Fredalynn. Fredalynn always teases me about that.
Awesome.
Right. Right.
So, how does dancing enhance to being a grandparent? What do you credit dancing to?
Well, I think, with dancing, it has actually made me, I think, a better person, because I'm more sensitive not only to my grandkids, but also to everybody. Because I noticed when I turned actually a dance instructor and got my certification, I have learned to be a little more sensitive, more patient, not only just with my dance students, but also with just people generally in my life. And it's taken a high-strung Air Force guy to a kind of more lower-key person. And I really like that, and dancing has given me that kind of discipline, and it has shown me to be a little bit more sensitive to all people, and besides the grandkids. Right.
Mrs. Peele and I were talking earlier about how dancing has enhanced you as a grandparent, from health to being with them. Can you share that again?
Yes, please. Like me, I always exercise every day. I'm walking and jogging and workout, and so I want to grandparents have to never too late to start anything.
That is true.
Anything.
That's right.
I'm 60 and I start ballet with grandkids, so that's what I very enjoy. So people, you got to make time to do together, enjoy, and health is number one. Yes. Yes.
And taking care of yourself, a lot of people, I meet up with a lot of grandparents, oh, baby, I'm too tired, you do it. Being active, and this is dancing. Go ahead and share with me how we're going to go to dancing as part of a regimen of being a better grandparent, not to be a burden, or we were talking about that earlier. Anybody want to?
Well, besides the dancing too, which we can share, with our grandkids and everything. Of course, with Tyra, because she really has more interest in that. Besides Latin dancing, which we teach 6 dances, which she knows very, very well. The ballet thing with my wife. The other things, bowling. For example, playing basketball. Some of the guys out there at the gym will look at me and say, geez, I know you must be about 40-something. And I just chuckle. And I says, no, I'm going to be 63. Huh? They look at me like that. And I'm playing with my granddaughter or my grandkid, one of my grandkids, or playing with my grandson. And it's just great. Not only that, but also ping pong and some of the other activities that we do. And I am also appealing to the grandparents out there. Don't be a couch potato. We're not perfect, but we're working towards to have a longer life, even though we're in our 60s, and also to share more of our time and experience, not only just with our grandkids, but with younger kids right here on the island.
You were sharing with me earlier that some of your influence now on dancing has,
yes.
I know with ballet has, permeated with the kids. Do you ever get a chance to dance with the kids?
Yes, and I'm glad you asked that, because just this summer, we had the opportunity to work with the kids at Anderson for summer camp. It was the first time PACAF approved that they approved a Latin dance camp. And we did that with the kids up there, and I tell you, it was just so rewarding. It was great to be compensated for that, was great, but I think the time we spent with those kids and the look on their faces when they completed our program was more than what any money could ever pay you, to get that kind of satisfaction.
Yeah, because they are so amazing. 5 dance in 5 days.
In 5 days. And it was just amazing how these kids, and then we had a demonstration for the parents at the end of our program, and even they were amazed how their kids would learn that quickly. Right.
So, you talk about teaching the kids. Has the kids taught you guys anything?
Yes.
I think so. I think, the kids have taught me especially a little more humility, and also a little bit more patience with everything. And again, it kind of reached towards the sensitivity level, to be a little bit more sensitive to how people feel and what you say to them, and watch what you say, because a lot of times we don't mean to hurt people's feelings, but we need to think about what we're actually saying before we say it. And I like just to put one point is that, a lot of people see my wife and they says, oh, you look great, this and that. You're not eating. I said, no, they ought to be home with my wife. She eats quite well. And I'm going to deter that myth that she doesn't eat. She eats more than what you think. It's just that she has a good metabolism and she works out and she's on top of that. She's helped me to kind of gain down a little bit some of that trim that I got and that fat that I got and this and that. She's an inspiration, definitely. I'll never be like her, but at least, you know, I can keep within the range. And also, I've noticed the last time I went to the clinic that my blood pressure was really, really